Okay, we are live. Father Miller here. Welcome back to the Nerd Father. Happy to have the Rabbi here for our weekly Friday stream. How are you?
Happy to be had. Happy to be had. Happy days are here again. Well, I think sort of. I think
Yes,
they're coming.
I'm
Man, it's
actually
crazy
now
out there.
I'm in my last month of freedom before school starts.
Oh man, yeah. Well, listen, it's better to be busy.
So we'll see. I got to figure out what times I'm teaching. I know I'm going to be teaching third and fourth period, which might be 9:30 Central. So on that, we'll have to see how that will affect the Friday stream.
Whatever, we'll work it out. We'll work
Yeah,
it
it'll work. So I got to show you a book I
Wherever the
picked
good
up
Lord
this
sends
week.
you, right? Sorry.
The what?
So wherever the good Lord sends you, is
Oh
that's where
yeah,
you're supposed to be. Oh, that's supposed to be very good.
it is so far. I'm on chapter 3. I'm enjoying it. I started watching the Amazon series. It kind of was a little hard to get into, so I figured I better read the book first.
All right.
Book is usually better.
I reckon it's the sort of thing my wife would probably like. I haven't still haven't seen the Jack Reacher show either. Man, Lord of the Rings is gonna tank. Oh my god, it's gonna tank so hard. Like you can
I
see it coming. Like it's a slow motion crash. You can see it coming. Oh my! I like you looking at it, you going, ha! What? All that money?
so did the new trailer drop then?
Okay, I tell you. Is going to be an embarrassment, and they don't have like the Disney know-how to like
Oh,
try and create a cloud of success, right?
did
It's
you
just going to be a
see?
disaster.
Did you see that the Tolkien Society's fall seminar schedule has been released?
Oh yes. How embarrassing.
How the alt right appropriated Tolkien's writings?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but
it's
to be Catholic is to be alt right, pretty much.
exactly. Look, Tolkien was all right, right? I mean, yes, Tolkien was all right. Well, it was Tolkien and C.S. Lewis were basically contemporaries, right? And both their
Yeah,
works were very, very heavily influenced by their Christianity, like very heavily.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
look
And
at it.
I love C.S. Lewis.
Yeah, yeah. No, and I mean, look, was it Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe is just replete with, I think, very,
But
very sincere iconography.
have you read
Sorry,
his space trilogy?
what's the base? No, I haven't.
He wrote 3 books, and I'm hearing myself. But in the 50s, he wrote 3 books about this professor that travels to Mars, Venus, and then something else. I can't remember. It's been a while. But it's kind of like a story of what if original sin never happened on another planet.
Oh, well, that's weird. So
No, it's
it's like a
actually really good.
messianic perfected world.
It's been a few years since I read it. I need to re-listen to it again. But the Narnia series I have all on Audible. I have the book, but I listened to it on Audible. Patrick Stewart read the last book, which actually was pretty
That'll be
good.
good. I thought the movie adaptations were excellent, generally speaking. I really think they
Yeah,
captured the essence of it. I think the movies were what to the novels, what Lord of the Rings movies were to the novels. There, I think they both are equal, reverential.
well, it just doesn't have the following that Lord of the Rings has.
Right. But have you noticed, like, I mean, like when you were talking about the Tolkien Society stuff, you can't help but think, well, what would happen if Tolkien was here, right? And you long for resurrection of the dead just for that. But like what we all know exactly what he will say was here. But the thing is, this crazy this their side, they can't even say out what they believe because it's too ridiculous.
Well, I
Did you
mean,
see the thing that Josh
they're only
Hawley
doing
did?
this. I was just gonna say they're only doing this because Tolkien's son, the Guardian, is dead.
Oh, I had no idea. Well, there you go. That's why. But
I mean,
it's
that's when all this stuff just went crazy.
okay. I knew that. But I didn't even think about it, but I knew there must be a reason, right? I just thought that's basically what happens. The torch passes, and it's passed to crazy people, right? And
Well,
it really is.
That's the problem. Is it's now like it's up to the grandsons, the great grandsons, and they just want the money. They don't really care about the Catholicism as
or
much.
they've been brainwashed and brought up in this insane ideology. You know that it's that men can have babies.
PD Rich here with how Radagast and Gandalf were partners and all wizards are now gay.
Probably. I mean, it's like you say, but you can't do enough of a parody, right? I mean, you genuinely can't. Whatever. What was parody like a year ago, 2 years ago is reality now, right?
Yeah.
It's insane. I think every time I see an ad for the Queen Latifah Equalizer, I believe I'm watching 30 Rock do a parody on how awful TV, like on that. I'm like, and it's not because it's so funny that it's actually it's how all of these things. It's the strangest thing. It genuinely is. It's the end of days. Like again. This is the end of days. It's like at this point.
I'm going to take my color off for this one.
What?
I'm taking my color off for this comment. I've been rewatching South Park.
Oh, they just had a new one out.
I haven't seen it. It's on Paramount Plus over here, and I don't have Paramount.
I had it for Brave New World, Strange New World, which was amazingly very good. That's something you should buy the Blu-ray when it comes out. I'm still like just astounded. Like it's so insane. It stuck the landing. It was good all the way through. It was its own entity. It was still Star Trek-y. I was genuinely impressed with it.
Well, now that the season finale is out, I could probably watch it all and not have to worry about paying more than a month. But the one that I wanted to get
$4.99. Don't get more than that.
Yeah. But I wanted to watch the new Beavis and Butthead.
Is that on that as well?
Yeah, it's on that.
Oh, there you go. I mean, that's how it works. Like, I get like a month or two to HBO Plus and whatever.
As PD Rich says, I don't blame you, Father Miller. Matt and Trey have become the voice of reason now. The thing is, there are episodes I will not watch of South Park. Basically, I will just skip them. But I remember when it first came out back in '97. I watched it. When I moved to Ohio, I went to the local bar because they used to have it on every Wednesday night, and that was the only way I could see it.
Well, I have to tell you, I never. I mean, even the time they were being disrespectful, I never got the feeling they weren't being respectful. And I know it's a weird thing to say, and I think they were being disrespectful in a respectful way. If you can do that, like now, there didn't seem to be hatred behind it, right? It didn't seem to be. It seemed to be
equal opportunity offender
stuff to be able to make fun of yourself. Right, it felt more like that to me. Right, it really, really did. And I think the whole thing about when they noticed you weren't allowed to make fun of Islam, right, and they really played on that, right, which I thought was very brave of them. Right, it's
and that's the thing. I mean, okay, they got the episode where Mary is bleeding out her whatever, but it's not like we're going to go blow people up or kill people in retaliation. I mean, there's been worse things done.
It's not even that. I just don't feel there's malice.
Right.
I really don't feel. I really did just. I mean, even when there was an episode we talked about the other week, the red cow, right? That episode. All that's in the Bible, right? All that's in the Old Testament. It's there, right? They're absolutely correct, and it's crazy, right? Right. This week's This week's Parsha, this week's Torah portion is a wild one. It's the sequel. Well, my favorite bit, right, is this thing called Balak, which was last week, where we got Bilam. It's like you see everything from the bad guy's point of view, right? And so Bilam and Balak, they go and try and curse the Israelites, right? And they keep failing. So what they do in the end, at the end of it, they say he gives a blessing, saying, "How good are your tents?" Right? How good are your tents? And then I think who was it? The Midianites or someone. They sent their insanely hot women in to be very very inappropriate with them very very publicly, right? So that was the cliffhanger of last week. So this week it starts off with Pinchas, who ends of depravity, and then he ends up being the builder of the tabernacle. Right, but it's a good one this week. Look, I've been saying on my channel this week. This Sabbath is the 17th day of the Jewish month of Tammuz, which is normally a fast day for but minor fast is from dawn to dusk, right? So during the summer it's a long time, but anyway. But it's lesser this year. I mean, that means if you're even slightly sick, you can have something to drink or whatever, because it's pushed off because we don't do it on Sabbath. But I just think that Kabbalistically, if this 3 weeks we're seeing right now was to be a flashpoint of something going down, it would fit. I wouldn't be at all surprised. I'm kind of bracing for impact for the next 3 weeks. But that's where I am.
Anyway. Saying Bosco's waving to Truck
Bosco
Dog.
Saying? I trust Bosco over everyone.
She's waving to Truck Dog. Apollo minion is here. So, but no, I was just going to mention, I think it was in the Liturgy of the Hours last week, was the rebellion of Absalom, David's son. And I always love the story when David is fleeing from it, because it's like, what is this dog cursing my king? Let me go over and lop off his head. I keep thinking of Monty Python and the Holy Grail when I read that part.
Yeah. Over the I think it's a little bit
I think that's the only time it's like, let me go lop off his head. I mean, that's what the English translation is.
It's that sort of stuff you really got to read in the original Hebrew to be able to especially Psalms. Oh my God, Psalms are make no sense, and they're like Shakespeare. They're like really intricate Hebrew, which I don't understand. Right? I keep meaning to send you a book, which I thought you'd like. This which just takes them apart. It's mind blowing. Like they're really 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 mind blowing. But but this was heartbreaking for David. This was like a sign of, well, this was really, I think, a response to the whole sleeping with, whose wife do you say, whose husband?
No, it wasn't because of Bathsheba. It wasn't Bathsheba.
I don't think it was a quid pro quo, but I think the situation, just looking at the history of it, the situation that led to having the son that he loved so much that ended up rebelling against him was set by that, right? That what moved all the pawns into position to make that happen, which is interesting, right? It's like another example, right? The Israelites were made into slaves by the Egyptians, right? So Rabbi Ari Khan, he has this whole thesis that that happened because Joseph created the idea by making the Egyptians into slaves, right? And that's essentially what he did when with the famine. He said, "You all become slaves," right? To Pharaoh, because we're the only people with food. That's exactly how he did it, right? And then he transferred communities everywhere, so it was so the Israelites could go into, was it Gershon, and there'll be Ariel's moving.
It's amazing how fast they forgot of him.
Well, that was the point. That was exactly the point. It's like that's the point that they will forget you in a sense. There's no loyalty when people don't have any morality, right? The two things go together.
I'm trying to think, but I remember reading somewhere somebody was recommending to watch the Charlton Heston Ten Commandments, but with the French dub
I
because
can't imagine.
it's supposed to sound good.
I imagine, but like, yeah, it just seems to be a weird way to spend an evening. I have to say,
I
it
don't
seems really
know.
strange. My French isn't very good.
No, but I mean, it's just the way they pronounce the words. I mean, it just is supposed to come off like
I
condescending.
guess. I guess.
Now, I don't think I would want to
Uh,
spend 4 hours doing that, but I mean,
yeah, exactly. I mean, maybe that plus LSD, right? That would be a really interesting evening. But I couldn't recommend that.
well, they used to have it on in America. It was always on the be Passover weekend and the Holy Week for us
I
because it
remember.
was
I
always
remember.
one of those things. It started like at 6 at night and would go to almost 11 because you got all the commercials and everything.
Wait. I remember was it the Passover in the early 80s. We used to go to my grandmother's house for the first night. It's called Seder night, right? And I remember when there was Jesus Christ Superstar on TV,
Oh,
right, as we're waiting to start. I was like, and I was the only one who saw the irony in it.
ay, ay, ay. Now, I've only seen it once, and that no, it was David in the Amazing Trench Coat, the multicolored trench coat. I've only seen that once, and the only reason was because one of the kids I taught was playing Joseph.
don't get me wrong, I like Jesus Christ Superstar. I think it's good, right?
I don't think I've
I
ever
really
seen it.
genuinely enjoy it. I like Fiddler on the Roof as well, though. So that's me for
Oh, I
you.
love Fiddler. I love
Okay.
it. The problem is, I see.
This is stupidity, right? Why isn't there a theater in Israel, right, on the tourist trail that plays Fiddler on the Roof 3 times a bloody day? That is what a Gentile wants to see when they come. Wouldn't you go if you came to Israel? You're like, I gotta go.
Don't know. I mean, the thing is, I saw Fiddler on the Roof when I was in New York. I got to see it on Broadway.
Okay.
Alfred Molina was supposed to play Tevier.
Who was?
Alfred Molina, Doc Ock.
He was a great Tevier.
But the problem is, he was sick the night that we went to see it. But the problem is, I've seen the movie so many times. I've seen the production so many times. To actually see it on Broadway, it was like, okay.
Oh no, I like seeing it. I saw like an amateur dramatic performance like a few years ago, and I really enjoyed it. Right? It's just like I love seeing it live. Right? Okay, this is what there should be. Right? There should be a museum of European life, Jewish European life. Right? Like somewhere where you have a shtetl, you get to see a street, people in costume. Right? You get to see artifacts, learn about the life, and there's a 45-minute abridged Fiddler on the Roof. Everybody's going. Everybody, okay? Just go straight on the bus from the airport. Everyone's gonna go.
Just keep fighting away from there right now.
Oh boy. Listen, then he doesn't play things. The funny thing is this, right? The biggest loser in politics just became prime minister, right? And this guy is genuinely the biggest. Was it Lapid? He's imagine Steve Colbert became a president, okay? I'm not exact. That's exactly who he is, right?
Well, they did that movie already.
What?
Man of the Year with Robin Williams. They did that movie back in 2000, I think it was.
Yeah, so
it wasn't a good movie.
I think I saw it. I can't remember. Sounds familiar. I remember seeing the poster, and I'm pretty sure I saw it, but I can't remember anything about it. But this guy was it Lapid. So he's basically okay. He's made deals with people to be prime minister many times, and he said, "You go first, I'll go second," right? And he keeps getting screwed over, right? Keeps getting and then, so this is his first time that he gets to be prime minister for like 2 months, and he can't do anything as he's the interim prime minister until there's a new election. We've had them solidly for the last few years, so there's a new election coming. So this guy Lapid, he's trying to use his meeting with Biden to launch himself onto the political stage. People are like, how stupid are you? Really? Why don't you just like tie your legs to Titanic as it's going down? Like, are you so dumb? By the time they get to the election, which is 2 months from now, they're going to be burning him, in the effigy in the street. It's going to be. I do think by August, gas is going to rocket again, right? I think things are going to go south this month. I don't know.
We'll
There's a
see.
lot. There's a lot waiting to go down, right? Okay, which domino you think could fall first?
Which domino?
There's so many.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Um,
I look. People are insane about the abortion thing. Like
yeah,
they're
they still are.
insane beyond insane. Like they can't even condemn infanticide, right? Did you see that?
Well, I read there was an article in the Minneapolis Star Tribune today about how there was 5 babies that were aborted that were left out to die after they were
No, and
born.
they're pro doing that.
Yeah.
The reason they're okay with that is because they don't think life has sanctity, and
Yeah.
and that's really the
And I
bottom
mean,
line.
there was some woman that was testifying in front of Congress this week. I because I'm on a new laptop right now, a slow laptop, I can't play the clip, but I mean, it's just bat crap crazy. Is the best way to
Which one?
describe it.
Are you talking about the one with Josh Hawley?
Well, that was one. I think it's the same one, but it was a different section of questioning with the same woman.
I mean, they're just insane. I mean, like this is so demonic. I mean, they really.
It
She
is.
had a nose ring, and she's like,
Yeah.
really? I mean, you didn't want to lose a nose ring for Congress? No. I mean, it's literally demonic. I mean,
Yeah.
I just put horns on. I mean, like, and they're like, and they're so proud of wanting to kill babies. I'm like, they're irritated that like life.
Well,
life
that's a thing. They're looking to do something where you can get abortion pills via the mail. So, like in our state, where it will probably be outlawed, hopefully soon, that you could probably send away and get the pill and do it yourself. Which,
honestly, the pill I have a lot less trouble with than an actual abortion. Right? I the pill is for literally the morning after. Which I don't like. For me, I'm not sure a life is formed by that point, right? I see by where there's a heartbeat and it's like can move and it's got a head and that's a person already, right? I believe you, right? But
we would say that for the Catholics, we believe it begins at conception.
Right. And yeah, listen. You are playing around with somebody's life. It's probably better to err on the side of caution. I do agree with you. I hear it. But again, if for me, if there's it's like a woman getting drunk and taking a hot bath. It seems to be the same sort of thing, right? Which they used to do to induce what's it called again? Not abortions.
Miscarriages.
There you go. But yeah, I don't know. Listen, I mean, I'm open to like having one eye closed on this, right? So like, I'd like to give people room that they don't feel they're like backed into a corner, right? And so that way we can like ease down the tensions, right? If this is a way we could do that, I mean, but thing is, they're freaking demonic. They want to kill babies. I mean, they literally want to kill babies. I don't know, like, what do you want me to tell you? Like, and if they don't want to kill them, they want to like take them to strip clubs. I don't understand, right? It goes from one thing to the other.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, just watching Nancy Pelosi right now, and you know, she's 80 years old. She's not going to be around. She'd be lucky if she lives another 20 years. She's going to go before the judgment seat.
They are pure evil. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the movie Don't Look Up?
No, I think I heard of it though.
Okay, it's worth watching because.
Oh yeah. That was a Leonardo movie.
That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, I had not seen it.
Okay, that is the one where God, in His infinite wisdom, inspired people to make a movie being complete prophecy in that it just speaks pure truth and they don't realize it. They think they're speaking they think they're talking the truth, which is actually complete falsehood. But they will bamboozle themselves into speaking the truth. It's incredible. It's an incredible self-own, right? But it's like it does deal with the nature of faith, and like a lot of that it's institutionalized thing. It's really worth watching.
See, the movie I still need to see, and I really haven't been pushing myself, is Moonfall. The one that
Yeah,
came
me
out.
either. Me either. I feel that way about Umbrella Academy season 3.
I have
It's
no
like,
desire.
yeah. Listen, look. I mean, whatever. I don't want to.
Never
However,
saw the
Elliot
first two
Page.
seasons. I'm not going to start now.
I went the first 2 seasons, right? It's just I don't know. It feels like Elliot Page may have mutilated himself, right? And I'm uncomfortable with that, right? It's like you're making it such a central feature. I don't know. It's a good idea. I don't know if that means he's healthy.
I will be careful how I say it, but did you see they're trying to push it to be the new Flash?
It's just like I mean, again,
I
these people
say
are
do
so
it. I say
reality.
do it. It's gonna the failure, the burn, the
No,
disaster. It's gonna be fun.
they don't give a shit. They don't. I'm sorry. They
Yeah.
don't. I've got your own channel.
Uh
They
oh.
don't care.
Let's see.
They
I
don't.
gotta
They don't
play.
care how badly they fail. They
There we
don't
go.
care.
Here we go.
Shame, 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 shame.
I will put a shekel in the charity box, right? In penance. Okay. I really will do that. Okay, that's happening. But I apologize. But they don't care. Again, I don't know how we ended up with Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, but they don't care. They're still making Discovery. They're still making Picard. They don't care. Look at Disney. This is still like they keep telling us that Miss Marvel's the most popular thing ever. No, it's not. Okay, we all know you're lying. Like it's like Biden. We all know you're lying, other than you. Like he. Really
I don't know if you saw the tweet I tagged you in last night, but MovieWeb said that Miss Marvel is like the best Disney or best ranked.
Oh, yeah, highest
Disney
ranked Disney. I'm
show.
like, shut up.
Yeah, I mean, I skipped episode 5. I went straight to 6, and I couldn't care less. You know, honestly, I kept watching it. I kept watching the finale because even after the credits, because it's like, okay, Brie hasn't showed up yet, and then she does. It's like shocker. The bigger shocker would have been, huh?
What did she do in it?
Well, it's in the post credits, so for some reason I don't know what exactly happened, but she kind of basically blows herself into the next room and is replaced by Brie Larson in her Captain Marvel outfit.
No, whatever.
And she's like, what? She's trying to figure out what the heck happened.
Do they realize that nobody gives a darn right now about the MCU? Like, do you remember like all these cliffhangers? People were like, "Ooh, what's gonna happen?" Nobody cares anymore.
Yeah, it's like, too much.
Genuinely, nobody cares. It's not just that. No, okay, you're making it for chicks. It's the MCU. It's all about girls. Your target audience is boys. Wake up, right? And they don't care. This is just like they're in the grip of Satan. They are complete. They're like speaking in tongues. They are completely insane. I mean, they are, aren't they? They are completely in the grip of delusion.
Well, again, it's not building up to anything. I mean, up until Endgame, everything was leading to the Infinity Stones, the next adventure, and everything. Now it's just like Miss Marvel will return in the Marvels. I don't care.
The entirety of Phase 4 has been replacing every character with female characters. You had like female Hawkeye, She-Hulk,
female Loki.
Larson, you got Miss Marvel. Who else did you have? You got Lady Loki, Lady Thor. Who else? That apparently is tanked. Thank God. I'm so happy about that. Well, everything they've done, literally everything they've done. Oh, and of course you got Black Captain America, because you know, black people can't get on in America other than become president. I mean, I don't I don't know. Like, honestly, when I grew up, I had black friends, I had white friends. Nobody really noticed. Okay, it's just like it was weird. It was just like nobody really noticed. I don't
Well,
know.
if
It's a
Justin
weird
is still
world.
watching, I don't know if he is. Justin, Midwest Comics, is a high school friend of mine from our small town back in Iowa. We didn't have any black kids in our school. We were so small that we did not have
Right?
any.
Yeah. Listen, look. I understand you have like remote communities, but I still don't think. I think okay. First black family moves in town. I think people are more curious than like. I think people are curious in it, and that's really what it was like in England. Like these in the 70s, that's when the Pakistani communities grew hugely in England. They all got corner shops, right? And there was some hatred, but mostly people were just like, "Oh, you're a bit different. That's funny," and that's really what it was, right? And it's the and
Mhm.
we would and when they would like there'll be like these 70s comedy shows which are like and they go, oh, how racist they are. No, you don't understand. They're making fun of everybody. They're making fun of the white person. They're making fun of everybody because we feel that this is all us, right? We don't feel anybody isn't us, and
Oh,
it's so stupid.
so I gotta share this with. Yeah, let me see if I can bring this up on my classmate from Philly.
That is, you
That's pretty
always
good.
want to watch out for alien gunk on your teeth when you put them back in the morning. That's what I say.
So, but no, I'm just trying to think what is coming up. Um, I
In
really
what?
don't know what's. Well, no, on Disney Plus, what is the next MCU garbage thing
Oh,
coming up?
She-Hulk, I think.
Oh, that's.
I'm
Yeah, I
like,
don't
who
care.
cares? I really, it's the look. I think Thor really it's over. And they ended it. They're not going to be able to reboot this again. Spider-Man can continue, but they're not. This
Spider-Man,
over.
Spider-Man would have been like the perfect epilogue.
Yeah, and I kind of like what they did with No Way Home when they rebooted him at the end. I like that. Yeah, let's have a look. Marvel
Ah, Man of War is here. Good to see you, Man of War.
4. I tried to watch Doctor Strange, but because it was on Disney Plus and I have Disney Plus, right? But I just fell asleep. It's boring. I've actually watched 1.5 episodes of Colin Baker Doctor Who today. I'm really enjoying it.
You know, I did that last year. I rewatched the whole Colin Baker era, and it's not as bad as I remembered it, or at least it wasn't as
Yeah, no,
painful as I remember it.
it's definitely better than I remember it. So was it? So the next
Maybe
thing
it's
is
because we've been fed garbage the last few years that it's actually brilliant
it makes
compared.
everything better. It makes everything better. So I'm just looking at the next Marvel movies: Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Nobody cares.
Yeah,
Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania next year.
yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy will probably do okay, right? That they got stuff.
uh,
Marvel's
I
all town.
don't.
Oh, I
I
think
tell you,
Guardians of the Galaxy will probably do well.
it could. It could. I might go see it. Um, I just don't know. They're
James
doing the
Gunn has
Guardians.
only ever delivered first class entertainment. And it's really that's he's everything he's done has always been really, really good. And it's like I understand he's got his extreme political leanings. He
Is
doesn't
he
feel any.
doing the holiday special episode?
Yeah, I think so. And he's doing that, and he's the I was it
I don't know why.
Peacemaker
I mean,
and
I don't know.
Peacemaker and Suicide Squad were both excellent. Peacemaker especially was absolutely excellent.
So
I love that
I
show.
had laughed my butt off. I put it on Twitter. I was looking at Galaxy Con because that's where I got my Shatner autograph. They got
Yeah.
the Shatner signings coming up again. It's now up to 145 for a Shatner autograph. They got a David Tennant signing coming up, which I might actually get just so I can have one of his. I think it's like
Right.
$153. Then they got Tessa Thompson, whose autograph is going for 150.
Wow.
More than
Why?
Shatner, and almost as much as Tennant.
Well, I mean,
It's like,
that's really how she
why?
sees herself. Here, what's that? Have you
I
seen the
do not want
ratings for?
to. I could buy a nice
Have you seen the
box of
ratings this season
cigars.
of Westworld? Oh, sorry, you go for it. I didn't hear
Oh
what you
no, no,
said.
that's no. I just was saying I could buy a nice box of cigars for 153 bucks, and it'd bring me much pleasure than that little piece of paper.
That's for sure. One second, I'm just looking up the ratings. The rating of this season of Westworld, it's like it's through the floor. Where is it? Hang on a second. We'll do it. Westworld episode guide. And it's a shame because this season is fantastic.
What show again?
Westworld is on
Okay, I hadn't seen it.
HBO Max. Oh, it's good. It's good. But here, I'm just looking at the because the ratings for this year. Okay, so the first year ratings got like 1.9. Started off, then it actually went up to 2.24 by the end of its first season. Right, that's in 2016, before the age of insanity, before the dark times, before the woke. So then it started off at 2.06, okay, and then it started to go down, 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 down. It was a very woke season, but it ended up at like 1.5. Then the next year, it was a few years later, 2020, and it opened at under half of what it got the second year. So now it's at 0.9, and it goes down. It stays around 0.9 for all season 3. Now season 4 just aired, right? Starts off. Have a guess. Last episode was like a 0.89. Have a guess what they got this time.
0.8.
0.3. 0.3. They got nothing. You know, I mean, like Nerdrotic gets more than that on a Friday night easily, like
I'll tell you,
easily.
I was disappointed. I don't know if you saw. I know you hadn't been watching it, but they said the time traveler's wife is not coming back for season 2.
Oh, everything's dying at HBO Max.
I don't know.
Everything
I mean, I actually, I mean, there are parts of the time traveler's wife show I did not care for, but I mean, overall, I did enjoy the show.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. Wasn't my thing, but it, everything's cancelled at HBO Max, which is a real bummer because I love Raised by Wolves.
Oh, but
But the only reason
they're not
Westworld got
canceling
5
Harley
seasons
Quinn.
really.
They're
What?
not canceling Harley Quinn.
You haven't seen any costumes yet. You haven't seen any set photos. Nothing's
No, I'm
happening,
talking the
right? Nothing.
cartoon. They got the
Everything's out
No, I'm talking the cartoon because when I'm watching like an
right
episode
now.
or something, they bring up the ad of Harley Quinn, and it's like I don't want.
Not again, not me. Again, I don't, because I download everything, right? I buy my subscription and I download it, so that way I get to watch it. I pay for it. I don't have to deal with them trying to get me to buy anything.
But yeah, Man of War
Now,
was
Petey
saying
Richards
I
on
think.
bounce. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say Man of War said I'm guessing it's regarding Doctor Who because they got the classic on like Pluto TV and all sorts
Right.
of channels over here. Um, but yeah, I I could be happy if I cancel all my subscription services. I mean, I just bought the entire Get Smart series on DVD.
Oh, love Get Smart. I mean, listen, have physical media. That's what I recommend to everybody.
Yeah.
Physical media.
And then I got the In Living Color season 1. I found that on sale at a
Okay,
used bookstore.
so you weren't watching. You haven't seen Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, right?
Outside the first episode now.
Okay, fine. So on the last episode, it's a very good episode. I liked it a lot.
Well, don't
If
spoil it because I will watch it.
No, I'm not spoiling it. But what they do something where it parallels the famous episode Balance of Terror, right? but they got a guy who plays Kirk, who's going to be in the second season, who plays a young Kirk. But they got him playing like Balance of Terror age Kirk, right, in this. And he looks more like the Jim Carrey impersonation of Kirk than actually Kirk. He's like very thin. It doesn't feel like Kirk at all. Like Chris Pine, I thought was always good, very good. Zachary Quinto thought was excellent, right? But
better than Mighty Peck.
Well, it's the thing. Strange New World. The only way to enjoy it is to say it's its own universe, right? Here's how I look at it. Somebody watched Star Trek and they're doing something based on what they saw. Okay. You know what it is. This is to Star Trek what the Indiana Jones movies were to like the Republic serials of the the same sort of thing, right? I think that's how it's working.
And Harrison Ford just turned 80, and the 5th movie isn't out yet.
That's true. I hope it doesn't come out. I really do.
I hope it doesn't either. Supposedly it's going to be John Williams' last film score.
Oh, John, don't end on this stinker.
Yeah,
it's the last film score because it's like gonna again. When's it due for release?
I don't know, and I don't care.
I hope. See, this is my thing. I really think we're going to be living in a messianic age by the time the new Doctor Who comes. Not the next one, but by the time the Russell T Davies Doctor Who happens, right? That's how soon I think it is. I don't know how, right? But like, I think it, and like all the stuff that's very current day, it's going to be a bit incongruous.
Well, have you heard from Gary on the Wrath of the Whovians?
No, is that just
No. I know that he was talking about doing one, and he talked to Ian when we were in Dallas. Just didn't know, but I don't know. I think maybe when the special episode comes on later this year, there might be another stream of that.
Oh, that's a good time. That's certainly a good time because that's going to be awful, and that's going to have lots and lots of Doctor Who, legacy Doctor Who in it, right? I wouldn't be at all surprised.
I don't care that Ace is in it. And what was the other one? Tegan or
Tegan?
Yeah, I don't really care.
I got a picture of both Ace and Tegan having a picture with a little girl in a Jodie outfit. So when I photoshopped Jodie's adult face onto it, and have them all with the same thought balloon going, legitimacy at last.
Oh, here we go. The Wrath of the Whovians was how I found everyone.
Oh, we're glad to be found.
Yeah. Well, I was kind of the amateur on that first stream that he had. I was happy to be on it. I
don't think I was on that one, was I?
I think you were. I mean, I love Who. I grew up with Who. I'm not as knowledgeable about Who as everybody else, but I just hate what they've done to it.
Oh, yes. Again, I don't. Russell Davies has been really crazy in the last couple of days. Made these like really insane political statements.
Not
really great news. But I mean, like, I'm just hoping that he'll be able to make Doctor Who. Oh, that's who you found me. Fury Hero Whovians 2. I'm happy to be found.
I haven't talked to Noel. Actually, he's unfriended me.
Oh, really? Is he everything okay?
I don't know. I made some comment and he didn't realize I was being sarcastic, and problem being was like, well, no. He's still, it's like, whatever.
What can you do?
Okay.
These things do happen. But like, yeah, no, Russell Davies. I wasn't sure if it was a real thing or not, but he was calling people on Twitter a Republican C word. I was like, oh, this isn't good. But like, the more things get awful for the crazy liberals, And oh, come on, like there's only so much when you put reality in their face, they get angry and they run back to their like reality as fast as they can. They got to go and see Rachel Maddow. It's like, Rachel Maddow. It's all okay. It's all okay. Right?
Say Beetlejuice
But,
three times and the mayor of Chicago shows up.
yes, exactly. But it's nobody's putting it in their face now. It's reality is putting itself in their face, right? Like the gas, like I saw this thing on a clip of The View, right? And I actually I try and watch these things on their own channels, right? So I want to hear them in their own voices, right? So Whoopi Goldberg's on it going, so people are complaining about the inflation being high. It was like it's the highest it's been since 1980. It was like 9.1. Okay, they playing the what? They're going, what more do they think he can do? What more do they think? How about resigning and letting Trump take over? How about that? That might do the trick.
I will have to send you the link. I think they have the audiobook on YouTube. But there was a guy by the name of Larry Correia that wrote The Adventures of Tom Stranger, Interdimensional Insurance Agent. And one of the comments that he makes is Joy Behar is outlawed by the Geneva Convention. Because the guy was going to try to torture this insurance agent to give him his client list. They were going to put it on The View. That's when he says Joy Behar's outlawed by the Geneva Convention. But the best part is it's read by Alex Baldwin, or no, what's his name? Adam Baldwin.
Adam Baldwin. Right. Adam Baldwin's a Christian one, right?
Yeah, he's not one of the the Baldwin brothers. It's a different type of Baldwin.
Right. Oh no, okay. So there's one.
That would be fun. That would be fun to see him and Adam together.
Right. Is it Adam? No, there's another Baldwin I'm thinking of. The one who was Barney Rubble in a Flintstones movie.
Yeah, Stephen Baldwin, I think you're thinking of.
Stephen Baldwin, right. So he's a Christian one, right?
I don't know.
Trump. Right. That was always weird.
I really don't know.
Like it's like here's the thing, it's to stay believing in the Democrats in any way now. You got to stay in that bubble. That's why they will never listen to anything, right? And the bubble's shrinking. Like now the gas prices are crazy. Bubble shrinking, right? Bubble shrinking. I don't know how much longer they got before it pops. But like, it's like they can't admit that everything. Inflation's worldwide. Yes, it's caused by America. Biden calls worldwide inflation. Yeah, yes, inflation is worldwide. It's still caused by the same dodgy old idiot. Oh my God. Like, he's had a week, hasn't he? It's the teleprompter repeat word. Really? It's just like, I don't. Like, will he make it to the midterms? I mean,
I think you will.
Announcing now is that he doesn't want to hurt the midterms, but like, there's only so much you could do to hurt the mid. I mean, like, everybody knows he's going to run anyway.
Yeah, I'm looking for.
And, I do not think there will be strife between Trump and Ron DeSantis. I think that's something that's going to be worked out before any announcements that happen. Right? I think Ron DeSantis can probably get anything he wants, but a Trump ticket with DeSantis on board is a very, very strong ticket.
I just want new blood.
Listen, look, if you're talking about the better candidate to win, it's DeSantis. No question. You don't get any of that Trump baggage. No question. I think, firstly, I think that the Trumpster was a strange, unexpected crusader for the good Lord, for biblical values in a very, very crazy way. And I think I would like to see him rewarded more for that in this world, right? So that's why I hope that he'll make a resurgence, even though I agree with you. If you want to win, it's the DeSantis ticket all the way, right? He would obliterate anybody else. I mean, there is a school of thought that says Trump is making himself the main target, so DeSantis just goes in unopposed. right? But I do think Trump's going to get in. I do think that miraculous thing will happen, and I think he is going to fire everybody. I think the secret services are he's going to gut the FBI. He's going to gut the CIA. I think he's just going to go in and destroy everything.
So I'm bringing up a video clip. I don't know if it's showing up yet or not.
Here this at the beginning. Maybe
next Friday. Next Friday, I won't be able to be on because I'm going to be traveling. I'm going home to see my family next week.
Very nice, very nice.
And then I'm going to see Weird Al next week too.
Oh, very cool, man! Now, I like that he's still going.
The clip that I'm bringing up is the guy that's opening for him, and I might actually get to meet him because I've been conversing with him. Okay, well, you might love this clip then.
My sister married someone from Germany, which is not the most efficient way to get back at them. But she's doing her part. I'm at a deli with him.
Hopefully this won't be too bad.
He says, Emo, I can't get a good bagel back in Germany. I said, well, whose fault?
Him a tweet like last fall asking for an autograph, and he started conversing with me via DM.
Right.
So out of the blue in like December, he said he's going on tour with Weird Al to let him know what show I wanted to go to. So he's coming next Friday, and I might get to meet him backstage.
Very, very cool. That's exciting.
I am so excited.
Man, I love that Weird Al's still going.
Well, I mean, I'm excited to see Weird Al, but I'm excited to see Emo in person. I mean, just to be able to, I mean, I've been a fan of his for, 30 years?
I guess. Yeah, I mean, about then.
So that's what's going on next week for me. So I have a priest golf outing on Monday. I see the hematologist on Tuesday to figure out what the heck happened to me. Then I go home to Iowa. I come back Friday, and then I see Weird Al Friday night.
It sounds like probably whatever it is, you have too much access to good steak and wine. Okay, that's what it sounds like. You're in good cow country.
Oh yeah.
That's the reason, by the way, they're trying to convince you that to eat bugs, right? How does it take for the what? It's not happening. I mean, there's a few reasons. It's debilitating and humbling to make somebody eat bugs, obviously. But it takes a good 2 years to raise a good steak, right? To raise a good piece of prime cattle, right? The bugs, they're ready in 20 minutes. And achieving them at that, I'm telling you, that's why they want to make. Yeah, it's nasty.
I had to laugh. I don't know if you saw the article where Chris Hemsworth said he stopped eating meat a week before he filmed the kissing scene with Natalie Portman because she's vegan.
Okay.
Whatever.
Natalie Portman. Again, there's so many Jews that just embarrass me, right? There's just one of them, right? Oh, Natalie Portman, can you just shut up, please? Okay, you want to be a Jewish Israeli movie star? Gal Gadot. You just do what she does, okay? Shut up about everything and be charming, okay? That's the way. Shut up about everything and be charming. Although, apparently it turns out that was a friend of mine telling me that Frenchie from The Boys is Israeli. And I don't recommend you watch The Boys. It's not for you.
I watched the first episode of season 3 when they did full frontal male nudity.
Okay.
It's like, okay, I'm done.
Oh, wait, that's this season, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was the one with the person who gets very, very small.
I don't know.
Oh my God! Thank God you didn't get any further. It's the most disturbing thing I've ever seen. Okay.
Oh, is that the one? I think I heard about that. Is that the one where they did the Thanos theory?
The what? Sorry.
The Thanos Ant-Man. All Ant-Man would have had to do is get small and then go into Thanos and blow him up.
I guess so. Yes.
I heard about that.
The way they did that was very disturbing. I can't go into details.
On that happy note, we're coming up to the hour.
Coming up to the hour. Yeah, exactly. And it's time for me to go back to my therapy for watching that scene. Actually, and that wasn't the worst part of that season. The worst part of that season was an episode called Herogasm, which I can't tell you about. It was no.
Okay.
And this season
okay.
was the most obscene thing I've ever seen.
So what do you got coming up?
In a half an hour. What do I have coming up in half an hour? It is the good people of the show media explain why Jodie Whittaker and Chris Shore were the bestest ever. It's it's an article that you just can't believe. Right, I got a bunch of those. I got about a series of 3 of them because I'm offline on Sunday because it's a fast day, right? So I'm not offline, but I don't want to do a live stream. So I done a video, prepared a video early for that. But it's going to be. There's a bunch of them. These insane I do another video on an article about saying how great it's like. Hey, it's the worst thing you could possibly say. It says that it's so fantastic that they hired Yasmin Finney to be Ncuti Gatwa's companion, which they haven't. It shows they want to continue on the success of Jodie.
Success, my foot.
But for them it is a success. It doesn't matter that it failed because they're crazy.
Well, at least we had 55 years of good Who.
Yes, we do. I mean, I do agree. In fact, I'm going to go back to watching I'm doing a bunch of reviews on the this thing when it comes out in the States. I love this set. Oh my god! I'm doing a review on each story, so I'm halfway through. What's it called again? Marco the Rani, which is a lot better than I remember.
Like I said, I mean, I enjoyed rewatching Baker, and it's not as bad as I remember as a kid. So, but with that, I think I will wrap up. I'm going to go live again this afternoon, and I'll provide the StreamYard link for anybody that wants to join me. And then I'm going live Sunday night with my Sunday night live stream. So then we'll be on your channel next time, which will probably be in 2 weeks because I'll be gone next week. So with that, I thank everybody for joining me. Thank you, Rabbi, for joining me. I'm hitting the button, and we'll